What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be doing a review on the mini Vivi Nova and the regular size Vivi Nova. These are version 2.5s. They'll come with your standard plastic black drip tip. We're going to talk about the mini one first. Both of them pretty much acts the same way, except for the mini one will hold about 2 mils and the big one will hold about 3 mils. So you simply just unscrew the top off this sucker. The threads are on the plastic. You screw the bottom off and you just have your plastic tank. Pretty thick. You're probably not going to be able to crack this unless you just jump up and down it or something like that. But it's got quite a unique changeable head system. Like say your head goes bad, or you want to replace it, or you want to rebuild the coil. These are actually rebuildable. You just simply grip the top of it right here and take it off, and it'll come right off like that. You get you one with like longer wicks or different ohms, or build one yourself. You can cut the wicks to your preference. I'm going to use the short wick one that came with it. This is a 2.4 ohm head, or atomizer head. You want to screw it down kind of tight. It's got a rubber seal right there to prevent any kind of leaking at all. This is actually a 510 connection, so that opens up possibilities to mod these things. I'm thinking about taking a 510 atomizer and just punching some holes in it, put it in right here, chop off the top, and make an atomizer tank. But we'll see how that works out later on. I might have to do a video on it if it does. But after you change your head, you just simply put your tank right back down on it. Put the top back on it. Just you want to watch out to not cross thread it, because once you cross thread it, it's probably over with. The plastic's gonna shred to pieces if you try to hold on, let's fill this sucker up first before we put the top back on it. Really easy to fill up. You don't have to use a syringe. You just take a regular spout top eyedropper bottle, stick it down the side, tilt it, squeeze your bottle, see if we can't get this where you can see it, and it fills right on up. I fill it up dead even with the wicks. Fill it up, screw your top back down. By the way, these will fit any kind of drip tip. This is a stainless steel mean I just threw on it. I got a little tiny bit down the center. It's all good though. I'm gonna throw it on the VMAX. Let's see what we got it set at. If you can see that, 3.4 volts, and this is a 2.4 ohm atomizer head in the tank. Screw it on the VMAX. Looks nice and bling in the VMAX. Let's go ahead and take a toke. And that's at 3.4 volts. The flavor is just pretty much, I wasn't expecting the flavor to be this good, to be honest. I expected it to taste like just any other CE2 tank or the Stone 3 tank. But to my surprise, these Vivi Novas is a big leap in the right direction. I mean, it pretty much tastes like directly dripping. It's the cleanest vape I've ever got out of any tank system. These right here will put a cartomizer tank system to shame and just stomp on it. I mean, you can chain vape the hell out of this thing. I have yet to get a dry hit or a burnt head off this sucker. I mean, once your tank gets about halfway, you're probably gonna have to start dipping it to keep your wicks wet. and really that should not be a complaint at all, because that beats the hell out of having to tinker with everything. I mean, these Vivi Novas are pretty much the first C2 style tank or fluxamizer, whatever you want to call it, that I did not have to mod straight out the box. Usually, any tank system, whatever I get, I'll have to like cut a little piece off the silicone to let more juice in, fluff the wicks and all that. You don't have to do that with these. You just simply fill it up and vape, which is pretty much a winner in my book. I mean, you've seen it for yourself. It's vaping its ass off. I could sit here and vape this whole tank dry, but it'd take a while. I could do that and probably wouldn't get a burnt or dry head off of it, and it's not really warming up. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's where they got rid of the ceramic cup. The way the wick is just floating in there above the metal ridges. Your wick's pretty much not touching anything. Your juice is pretty much just wicking up into your wick and getting pulled straight into your mouth. So that's why it gets such a clean flavor. I mean, every damn hit I take off of this sucker, it surprises me how good and clean the flavor actually is. Alright, let's see. The 3 mil regular size Vivi Nova. This is pretty much like I mean, it's shaped just like the Vision Stone 3 tank. If I'm not mistaken, you might be able to use the plastic off of the stone tank if you have one. The only difference is the tank says Viva Nova, and it has a little milliliter scale on it. It goes up to 2.8 mils, but it'll hold about 3 mils. The air hose is actually down here on the bottom, like a regular 510 atomizer. And with the smaller one, it's pretty much the same. You don't have no ego connection, so you don't have to use adapters. Straight up 510 connection. Love the way the small one looks, especially with a stainless steel drip tip. And the top and bottom caps on both of these is stainless steel. And really nice weight to it. You can tell it just is quality, and the price is pretty damn cheap for both of them. You're probably not gonna find a tank as good as this for the price anywhere. Let's go ahead and put on the big one and see how this one vapes. It's a 2.4 ohm head in it. You can get them in I think 1.8 ohms all the way up to 2.8 ohms. And that's at 3.4 volts. I'm gonna bait myself into a coma with these things, I swear. Yet to have them to leak. They will not leak no matter what you do to them. You might get a little condensation here after vaping for a while and think it's leaking, but it's not. It's just where you're getting a little bit of condensation right up here. It'll, vapor condensates. It's just what it does. There's nothing that anybody could ever do to fix this problem. But you might get it to condensate a little bit, and a little bit might run up your drip tip. That's no big deal. Just wipe it out every now and then. You don't have to worry about it. But overall, the regular tank and the small tank, the Vivi Nova version 2.5, is pretty much blown every other tank I've ever tried out the water, and then some. As I said, this tastes almost just like directly dripping, and it's got a nice throat hit just like dripping. It's got the cleanest flavor I've ever tasted out of a tank system. Plumes and plumes of vapor. I could turn this sucker up and get even bigger plumes. Just did it at 3.4 for the second review. Really nice draw on it too. It's not too tight, not too airy. It's about right there, perfect for where most people would just love it. I guess that's it. That's the Vivi Nova version 2.5, big and small tanks. and I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for a tank that will just have the cleanest flavor you've ever tasted. You can get them at Got Vapes. The small one you might not be able to get right now. I don't think it's in stock yet, but it's coming soon if not already. The big one, excuse me, is already in stock. I think they're anywhere from about 11 to 15 bucks or so, and that's a hell of a steal right there. You need to jump on them while they last, because they'll probably be out of stock before you know it. And this is probably the final version. It no longer has the wick laying over the top that you have to take off, and everybody complaining about how the flavor sucks. The flavor does not suck on the version 2.5s. 2.5 is a win. Thanks for watching, everybody, and as always, vape on.